Hello, my name is Sofia, and this is an audio version of my blog entry entitled Geolocating Russian Damage on a Small Ukrainian Zoo. As someone who loves animals, seeing so much damage done to a wildlife center makes me a mix of sad and angry. This video, shared on February 25, 2022, showed the result of Russian shelling on a small Ukrainian zoo. Here's how I geolocated the exact place where the footage was recorded. So this video, and like the previous one I wrote about, came from Telegram, so you have a screenshot. As it is a bit hard to fully explain the imagery of an entire video, I decided to capture several frames to show on this tutorial. So we can see how it starts with the cream-colored building with big windows, then the person recording it pans up and shows a brick building above it, quite tall, almost like a tower. Then we move forward and see that the initial building connects to an outside enclosure with green frames and probably plexiglass. As we go around the corner, we see some sort of green gazebo and a tree against the enclosure. The enclosure keeps going and the person shows another building above this. Here you go. There seems to be some sort of entrance with a door. This could be for staff members or for visitors to see the animals in their indoor enclosure. Finally, we can also observe how there is a similar enclosure on the left with the green frames and the plexiglass again. And because this is a video, we can actually see the video from Telegram. So you can see cream-colored building, pans up, there's the brick one, quite tall, goes to the side, there's the green frames, the plexiglass, the gazebo, the tree. It's really fast, oh my god. There's a bigger building there and it goes around. This is enclosure, some sort of animal was living there. And there's some entrance there, maybe staff entrance, and there is the rest. That's it. It's finished. It's 21 seconds. That's all you get. So now that we have observed the video, we need to get as much information from the captions regarding location as possible. So you can see how there was some caption underneath there. Google Translate is quite good for that. So you just need to select it all, translate from Ukrainian to English or whatever language you can understand. And this is what we get. It says, the consequences of the shelling were shown at the Feldman Eco Park. Fighting is still going on in the Feldman Eco Park area, so unfortunately the losses are not final yet. Some animals were injured, some were killed. Also, some enclosures were destroyed, the park said on February 25. So now we know that this is an eco park. This means it's likely much smaller and with less animals than a zoo. Might make it easier for us to navigate around it. So let's just isolate the Ukrainian words for Feldman Eco Park that we had up here, and then use Google Maps to find a location. Using English would probably give me the exact location anyway, but I always like to use the native language. So Feldman Eco Park becomes Feldman Eco Park as well, just in Ukrainian. Google Maps gives us an idea of the area that the Feldman Eco Park cover. So you can see this is more or less the Feldman Eco Park. It is quite a big park and we want to know the exact coordinates. I decide to check out the website of the Eco Park and see if I can spot a map. Most zoos and similar facilities will have one, usually indicating where each animal can be found. At a quick glance at the damaged enclosure, I would guess that I'm looking for a small mammal, possibly a primate due to the wooden structures found inside. Maybe a lemur or a small New World monkey species. Finding the website is easy, as it is just on the Google Maps search result below. So I can just show you, this is the Eco Park. I put there the Feldman Eco Park in Ukrainian, and this is it. This is the area. And if you just scroll a bit down, it will be like, here you go. This is the website. It's quite easy, and it'll just link it directly there. This is it. So once you're in the website, you just need to scroll down the page a bit to immediately find the map of the park. So this is a screenshot of the map. The map is actually quite small at first sight, but it could be due to the website design. To get the original image, we right-click on it and select Open Image in a new tab. It is a bit bigger, but still not great, and on top of it, the legend is not in English, so you might have some trouble. So this is not in English at all. Don't understand any of it, sorry. Let's at least see if we can spot any small mammals that could belong in the destroyed enclosure. There's quite a promising area at first glance. Look at that area there, highlighted in red below. Remember, we're looking for probably an animal that climbs things, so probably a primate. Knowing that he would probably be asking too much, I still tried to see if there was any Google Street View inside the eco park. If you grab the little yellow person, so the pegman, this one here, and hover around the area you're interested in, it will either show a straight line indicating Street View, so you can see there like Street View here at the entrance of the park, or blue dots indicating panoramic photos. There's no Google Street View inside the eco park, but there are a few images that people have submitted that could be useful. Okay, so I can show you what I mean. So if we have here, this is Google Maps and this is the Feldman Eco Park. If we zoom in a bit, not too much, because I want to show you that if you grab the little friend, the pegman, this is Street View available, this is panoramic images. So if you just drop on one of them, suddenly you can see, look at that. Oh, wow. It was winter. That's so nice. We're like in a gazebo. Wow. Wow, I get excited with very little things. So I zoomed in the area that felt most likely to be based on the map we found at their website and selected the only panoramic photo. So one of them will be very useful, but I'm not going to tell you which one yet. The green structures seem to be very familiar, but there are still some areas I can't quite see. We can notice that at the bottom of the screen, it tells us when the image was captured. In this case, in 2014. A lot of improvements and changes might have happened in the meanwhile. Time to use an extra trick, YouTube. If there's one thing I know is that people love to record animals in zoos. If we can find a recent video, we might be able to match a few more things. So we go to YouTube and just search for, again, Feldman Eco Park in Ukrainian. That stands for Feldman Eco Park, in case you forgot. The first result is as good as any. It was uploaded 2 years ago and has almost 24 minutes of footage. We might get lucky. And on the mark 2 minutes and 52 seconds, what do we see? The same structure from the first seconds of the video with the damage. So this is a picture from the YouTube. It's so similar to the Telegram video that I could just be looking at it. It's crazy. So I actually got here the video as well. So here you go. We have the video on YouTube. Let's just go straight to 2 minutes and 50 something, wasn't it? So look at that. Look at that. Literally the same area. That is amazing. I just love YouTube. So here you go. This is the structure that was destroyed with. Here you go. Like I told you, this must be some sort of primate inside. So you can see all the climbing structure and you have trees and wooden bridges. This is very likely a primate. If you go forward a few minutes, you will also see what animal belongs to the enclosure. Capuchin monkeys. There they are on the video. So I was right when I said it would probably be a small mammal and most likely a primate. If you go a bit back, you'll see that the first building, the cream-colored one just before the green closure, contains meerkats. Look at those cute stuff. Now the question in my head is, were they vicious meerkats plotting to invade Russia and Putin had to send his troops here to destroy their little house? Were they being trained as kamikaze bombers against the Kremlin and had to be stopped? Are they an alien species disguised as cute monkeys plotting to take over the world and Putin has some sort of special intel and is in fact saving us all? We might never know. No, Putin is a dick. Can I say dick on YouTube? Shit. Back to our comparison. Below, you can see a side-by-side view of this area on the two videos. On the left, the most recent video, and on the right, the YouTube video. It's a perfect match. It's like uncanny, but this one is destroyed and this one was not yet. And if we can keep on going, we'll also see the tree that we had spotted before. So the tree is there on the YouTube video and on the Telegram channel, same angle, same location. Afterwards, the person recording the YouTube video goes in a slightly different direction, but if we keep on watching and fast forwarding, we can spot almost at the end of the video the green gazebo next to the capuchin monkey enclosure. Yay! Now we have enough to triangulate it all on Google Maps. In yellow, there you go, we have the meerkat enclosure. Remember that our people filming just come this way and come this way. In green, then suddenly there's the capuchin monkey enclosure, and then they turn the corner and there is the red, the gazebo. So the coordinates that I have added to the database are these ones here. After my findings were reviewed, they were added to the Russian-Ukraine map by the Center for Information Resilience and can be seen below. The map has since been moved to the eyesonrussia.org website, so I can show you where it is now. So if I just zoom out, this is all of Ukraine. This is Kharkiv, and this will be around there, Feldman Eco Park. And if you click, this is the video that we just geolocated. We have some information here. So you have the exact coordinates that I just put on my entry, and you have credit Center for Information Resilience because I worked there. So yay, it was me. And that was it. It only needed Google Translate, Google Maps, and YouTube to find the exact coordinates where a video was recorded. If you're interested in this sort of topic, the Feldman Eco Park was actually featured in my big OSINT report entitled Endangered Species, the Impact of War on Ukrainian Zoos and Captive Animal Welfare. And this is, I would think, a very good piece of work. The Feldman Eco Park was only one of many eco parks, zoos, wildlife centers around Ukraine that were directly targeted by the Russian military. So feel free to read my full report on the website. I hope this tutorial was informative. One does not need a lot of tools to do great things in OSINT and GEOINT, just a bit of thinking and dedication. Thank you for listening. Sofia.